Yeah, we're going to start Al, Draymond, Jimmy, Moses, and Steph. Yeah, Al gives us the ability to play bigger with shooting, and Portland's got a pretty big team. I would anticipate they'll start clinging. I think I mentioned last game, I don't want to throw Draymond out there constantly against these big centers. So this is a good night to, take a look at that lineup and see what we do. I'm sorry? Moses, yeah.
Just kind of how he's evolved over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I love Moses' path, to come in here and stay with it every time things haven't worked out for him. He's just a rock solid worker, human being, steady, and he's gotten better and better. I think the trade last year for Jimmy really clarified his role. He got to guard the ball, he got to be in the starting lineup, and he became our point of attack defender like Wiggs was before. So, with Wiggs leaving, that opened up a void on this team because Jimmy's not, that player. He's more 3-4, guard bigger guys, bigger wings. So to guard the ball and the smaller guys, and or a really talented perimeter player of any sort who's going to handle the ball, it's kind of perfect to put Moses on him and make that his role, and he's really embraced it.
In this particular starting lineup combination, can you explain the difference between Moses and Brandon in that two-guard spot?
Well, we want to look at both, and we figured we'd look at Moses first. Not really for any particular reason. We're going to want to look at Brandon in that spot too. But I sort of know that Brandon kind of makes most lineups work. So I think I'm intrigued by this lineup with the size and the two-way capability. So we're just giving a look at this one first, but Brandon will be out there, eventually with that group too.
Steve, is there any hard feelings between you and Steph about him taking your leadoff spot in the post-game press conference?
We haven't had that discussion yet, Scott, but I'm going to give it a couple weeks, see how I feel about the change. I preach to my players that, I ask them to sacrifice. I kind of have to practice what I preach. So I'm going to try to be a good soldier about it.
Will we see Seth Curry tonight at all?
I'm sorry?
Will we see Seth Curry tonight at all?
No, he's still ramping up. So we're not going to play him yet, but he's working with the training staff every day. Obviously missed the first couple of days of camp, and we just want to ramp him up until he's ready to go.
Hey, Coach, how do you think the team played in their first preseason game, and what are some of the areas that you'd like to see improve tonight?
I thought we played generally pretty well. Spacing was really good in transition. We're really making an emphasis on that this year. It's the best spacing potential we've ever had with Al, with the continued growth of Quentin Post, with the shooting we have at those bigger spots. We're more able to stretch the floor. So we've changed a few things offensively. We're working on those things, and I thought we did a pretty good job the other night, given that we had only had 4 or 5 days of practice.
This is kind of light. What advice would you give to someone who's going to be turning 50 tomorrow?
Who's turning
50?
50?
Yeah. What advice would you give her?
I don't think Janie needs my advice. I should be asking Janie for her advice.
What should she
Happy
look
birthday,
forward
Janie.
to?
Yes, yes.
10 years behind you, Raymond, and Tim Kawakami's missing tonight on his birthday.
Yeah. All right. Gotcha.
Happy birthday.
Anything else? Any of our students have a question? Or there we go.
What was it like coaching the Olympics?
That was an amazing experience, to not only see all those guys on the court together, but to coach them and see the interaction. They were all incredibly respectful and together right away. We could tell they just wanted to win, and they were willing to do anything and sacrifice for that goal. And it was really one of the most rewarding experiences of my life to coach a team that won an Olympic gold medal. Pretty cool. Are you guys aspiring journalists? Yes? Aspiring sports writers? Yeah. Did,
Anything else? Any other questions?
another one? Yeah.
What player do you think you have to worry about the most on the court today?
I'm sorry, what player on our opponent do we have to
Yeah.
worry about the most?
Yes.
It's not one individual player. I think Portland last year, at the end of the year, showed that they were really a team on the rise, and the biggest thing with them was their defense. I think they were top 5 in the league in defense for the last 20 games of the year. So they've put together a pretty big athletic defense, and they're going to make it tough for us to score tonight. Anybody else? Right up here. Oh,
Zarfax, who's your current favorite player and why? And who is your past favorite player and why?
My current favorite player, I'm not allowed to say, who my favorite player is because, if I'm a father and if they ask me who my favorite child is, I can't really answer that, even if I have one. Yeah. It's Maddie, by the way. She's my daughter. But my past former player favorite is Tim Duncan. Yeah. And it's hard not to say Michael Jordan, too. But Tim Duncan was pretty special teammate and somebody I grew pretty close with and shared a lot of laughs with, and remains a good friend. And Tim, I think almost everybody in San Antonio would say something similar. He was kind of their version of Steph. Everybody loved him for a good reason. Just an amazing human being, great player. So.
We got one more.
Yes.
If you could go back in time and coach any basketball team, what team would you coach and why?
Back in time, wow, that's a great question. I like the coach on the team I'm coaching right now. This is the one I want to coach. I was in Chicago. That would have been a very difficult team to coach. Phil Jackson did an incredible job. Would have been very interesting to be Red Auerbach coaching the Celtics in the 60s, because the league was really coming of age, and obviously he was coaching Bill Russell and some of the great players of all time, John Havlicek and Bob Cousy, and that was a really fascinating time in the NBA. But I'm pretty happy coaching this team here.